We have one more question, about a minute for us to dive really quickly into it. It was a text that we received. It says, more than one time in the Bible, when someone was suffering with grief, they would rend their clothes and put ashes on their head or put on sackcloth. Can you tell me why they did that? So we see that
This is a very interesting question. But we can, in brief, we can answer that this was their way of life, their way to show that they're in grief.
Okay.
So they are mourning. And there are different cultures, traditions and manners, and ways to show that. We have our own in our modern time. But some researchers say that there is also allusion to the Genesis 3:19. We can turn to that, New International Version. By the sweat of your brow you will eat your food until you return to the ground, since from it you were taken. For dust you are, and to dust you will return. And then we can also read maybe Job 2nd chapter, New International Version. Let's read verse 8 and verse maybe 8 and 12. Then Job took a piece of broken pottery and scraped himself with it as he sat among the ashes. And verse 12, when friends came to see him, and from the distance they could not recognize him, and they began to weep aloud, and they tore their robes and sprinkled dust on their heads. So every time that they, were saw death or trouble or grief, they show that it's like going to the end of human life. And so the dust and ashes and earth that they sprinkle or set on show that this is mortality of the human beings.
Excellent.
Perfect. Thank you for that.